Mad Max Gaming.
Hey, what is up you guys? Mad Max Gaming here, and today we are starting Spyro Ripto's Rage. I am so excited to start this one. This is my favorite Spyro game. I love them all, but this one just has a soft spot in my heart. If you haven't seen, I did do the whole entire Spyro the Dragon. This is Reignited Trilogy. I finished it on 120%. You can go ahead and check that out if you want. And now we're going to move on to the second one. So let's get this party started. I'm so excited to start this one with you guys. This one is my favorite in the world of dragons.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah! I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt.
Yeah, we did.
How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
How can he see anything?
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Huh? Whoa! Rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Huh? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well. Someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
They just totally screw Spyro over. Like, they catch him, he's just trying to go on vacation, and then just trap him into saving everybody. Ooh, we're still red from last time. Well, we'll keep it like that. Alright, this game has so much more character development and things like that. I'm so excited to be able to show you all the characters and stuff. They're
Hi,
so cute.
Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems! Can you stop them?
Sure.
If you can find my friend Twitchy, he'll reward you for helping us out.
Twitchy. Okay. Oh. So my old cheat's still on. That's funny. So, I had finished this game and got the fireball, and it saved it, so I still have fireball. So that's pretty interesting. So now I really can speedrun. There is a cheat so that way you can get fireball ahead of time. But if you finish the game on 120, or actually it's just regular 100 for that, you unlock fireball. And then you can play it next time. So I totally forgot that I'd spawn with it. That's awesome. That's funny. I'm gonna try not to use it to like cheat though. Because first of all, I don't need it. Like, I know how to grab everything. So I don't need it to sit there and like shoot things. So I want to kind of show you guys how to actually play the game instead of trying to show you the easy way. Yeah, you can burn their flag too, which I just think is funny. And you can hurt the good guys, which I always feel bad, so I don't do it. I know you can, yeah, you can light their little skirt on fire, which is so sad. And now we have hover, which is wonderful. Look at that. That makes like gliding so much easier doing it like that. So you notice when I kill the bad guys, the difference between this one and the first one as well is, this is the only one that does it though. When you kill a bad guy, it collects this little sparkly thing that basically eventually fills up a gate. And then there's actually no gems when you kill a bad guy.
Hi, Spyro. I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress. Like this. That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
So yeah, and then she explains that she's the new way to save the game. All that jazz. There we go.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders.
Cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders.
And it looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
Yeah, so that's one thing too. There's, you're able to climb and swim and head stomp. Those are like your 3 new power-ups, but until you actually learn how to do them, you can't grab any of this stuff. So there's going to be a lot of backtracking, which is really annoying. So if
you must be the dragon everyone's talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
So you have to pay
Thank you,
this guy.
Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again when you have even more gems.
I hate Moneybags so much. He's such a jerk. But anyway, as I was saying, if you want to actually finish the game on 100, you have to backtrack a lot. Because some things you don't unlock until you unlock it from another level. If that makes sense. But we're going to do all of that, so there's no worry there.
Still here? Why don't you help the gem cutters, and they'll show you the way to Summer Forest.
He's the only guy that I like to shoot, because he's just a jerk. Who just likes to take my money.
To get a good look around, press the action button. Try using action to look around this.
Yeah, so she's just telling me, which I can actually aim because I have the fireballs, but she's just telling me to like look around the cave. can't get up there. So we're not going to be able to finish this on 100 until we unlock climbing. Which I do know there is a cheat to unlock that too, but I don't really want to use any cheats. Just like colors and stuff like that, but I don't want to actually completely change the game.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude. This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar. Step through the portal next to me to go to Summer Forest.
Thanks, Twitchy. I'm not gonna leave just yet, though. Alright, so this is the portal that we then filled up by killing all the bad guys. It takes a certain amount of bad guys and then it will open. You don't have to kill every bad guy, but of course I just do because it's obviously a lot safer. I forget exactly how many that gate in particular takes, but obviously by the time you reach this part and you've gotten everything in the beginning, it's unlocked. So it's really not that many. Each one is different though. Alright, so let's talk to this guy.
Great! The Superflight power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
Okay. So we're just fire breathing these guys. And you gotta get them before you run out of flight. It's pretty easy.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Thanks, Kanga. So now we get orbs. And the more orbs we have, the more things that we can kind of unlock too. So there's a lot of different things here, but the orbs actually help unlock sometimes different levels and stuff like that, and eventually if you get all the orbs, that's when you can unlock some really cool stuff. And there's the perfect example of why hover is such a wonderful quality. It just makes life so much easier. I see some treasure down here. I'm gonna clean it out as best as I can and then just leave that little area when I get there next time. The only other thing we gotta do is we gotta go in here.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Okay, Bounza. Bounza? I think that's how you say his name. Alright, so he's gonna give me this rock, and I'll show you how the rock works. You put it in your mouth, and then you can hit triangle to have your little scope, and circle to spit.
Nice shooting! Follow me to the next lizard.
So, and then basically you would use a rock then later to hit that, but since I have a fireball, I can just hit it myself. Oh, that's right. I have to use, you actually use this to go get it. I thought that I broke it and it would fall down, but you can actually use that to get it. And then it's gonna run out. So, where did this guy go? There he is, he's up there. Now, I don't need the rock again because I can use my fireball.
You can spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to the lizard.
So, I don't need to keep using the rock because I can just literally use my fireball. Like that. Now we're gonna follow him. where he goes.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press the action button to aim, then press the attack button to spit.
Yeah, which I had already told you that as well. Got him. So like I said before, it's a little different because I have Fireball unlocked from my previous game. You'll have to actually use the rock unless you decide to use the Fireball cheat, which is entirely up to you. Ah, looking in my own brain. Got him. So there's a lot of mini games in here too, which is one thing I like. Like, there's so many games inside of games. This guy walks too slow for me. Oh, up there. Oops. Sorry, dude. Oh, I picked up the rock. That's fine. Got him.
Yay! You've saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Thank you. Oh, what else do you have to say?
You can have as many rocks as you like.
Oh, alright, thank you. Just gonna double check. Yeah, because I don't think this'll... Yeah, so I can't climb that. I'm gonna have to go learn to climb. In all honesty, I probably could fudge it and shoot these. But I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. If you want to do that because you use the Fireball cheat, you can probably shoot all them and it'll spawn you at the top and you'll get that orb and the last of those gems. But I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna do it the regular way. Just wanna make sure I didn't miss anything. It's so hard to know because obviously we are missing some stuff. Oops. Which Sparks is telling me it's in there, so that's a good sign that I didn't miss anything, and it's just that stuff we already know about. So we're gonna fly through here. And that's pretty much Glimmer, until we have to obviously come back again, which we will do once we get to the second main world, because unfortunately we have a while to go until we can come back and finish Glimmer. But that's how it goes. And if I remember correctly, there's a big chunk of money for this one part that we have to do.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Sure, something like that. Oh, hi Sparks. He's so cute. Alright, so yeah, water, actual water, does not hurt you in this game now. So this is the first time where you can actually swim. Of course, there is still dangerous goos and lavas and things like that, but if it is straight up water, which you can see this is, then you are okay. But we cannot fully swim and go underwater yet. We're gonna have to pay for that. And if I remember correctly, we can't do the whole entire homeworld. Well, I know we can't do the whole entire homeworld until we unlock swimming, and we can't pay for swimming unless we do another little mini level, and then we can. It won't be enough gems. And they actually leave these little bottles of butterflies in this one, so that way you get more lives. There's no live chests anymore. These just rely strictly on butterflies, which in the first game, in Reignited, you can use butterflies or those little gem statues, but that's not how it used to be in the original. It used to just only be those little gems and then it would fill up to a statue. Now there's no statue.
This is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit. Check your guidebook by pressing the menu button and choosing the guidebook option to see which talismans you have collected.
Okay. This is actually the first time in the Spyro games then where there are actually no bad guys in the home world and nothing to hurt you, which is really nice as well. So we're gonna jump down here. Those are food, the little frogs. There's a lot more different animals that make up your little food. But yeah, the water is, I mean, look how real that is. It's so beautiful. I love this game. I thought that, I thought the first Spyro had great graphics, and then when this one came out, I thought this had amazing graphics as it was when I was a kid. And then they reignited, and I just couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I'll take the shortcut. Alright, Hunter's gonna want to teach us how to glide. So we'll do
Hey,
this quick.
Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're still in the air to glide.
I don't know if that was just my headphones or if his audio was glitching out for you, but we already know how to glide. These levels are all going to be a lot longer than how they were in the first one, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to make the episodes. Maybe I'll still do 3. It depends though, because with all the mini games and things like that, this could take a lot longer. Then I'm thinking maybe I'll only want to do 2 levels. Oh, you know, I should have actually explained. Next time I see one, I'll explain it to you. I have a bit of an advantage.
The dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro. The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
Which we already knew that too. So yeah, see how we can't get underneath the water until we learn to swim? I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure I can't actually afford him teaching me to swim until I do another world.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
Yeah, so we have to go do another world. Because I think even once I collect that up there, I don't think it's going to add to 500. We'll try it though.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button and hold it down to get more hang.
Alright. Aw, so pretty.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press the jump button, then press jump again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance.
Yep.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press the jump button, then press jump again to glide. When you reach the end of your glide, press the action button to hover. Hovering will give you extra height and distance.
All right. Just like that. It's so nice having hover. I love it.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover.
Okay.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
So he really did lose his running shoes. We got another orb. Oops.
I'm just taking a break right now. I've got to rest for the next big race in Ocean Speedway.
Oh yeah, fortunately there are speedways. So let's see here. Oh, 507. I do have enough.
Sorry, Spyro.
I thought that I have 507. Oh, that's... Oh, so I need... I think what is actually, what it actually is because...
Sorry. Sorry, Spyro.
So it doesn't tell me. I think what the actual problem is that I need 500, and I actually have 507, but I technically don't because he already took some of my gems previously, so I technically only have 407. I think that's the problem. So let's do Idle Springs quick. And then I'll learn to swim, finish the homeworld, and I think I'll end the episode there, so that way it's not super long. It depends on how long this takes, because maybe I won't finish the homeworld after I do this. We'll see how fast I can do it. I mean, I know these puzzles and stuff pretty well, it's just, no matter how fast I do it, it's still time consuming. Yeah, there's little cutscenes in the beginning and every time you enter this world. Oh, you punched him! And every time you leave, which I think is really cute.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
Okay.
The workers can break the locks if they can get to the doors.
Oh, I forgot. I'll have to come back here. I forgot I don't know how to swim. I messed up. Breaking your flag, though. So I won't be able to finish this one until I learn how to swim either, so I messed up. Then he's gonna go up here and he's gonna open the door. So unfortunately, I won't be able to finish this one, and I know there's a puzzle underwater to start as well, so I'm gonna be missing some stuff, but we will come back. And he doesn't say anything, he just, yeah, hits himself on the head. Alright, these guys gotta charge. Aww. Okay. I'm not... Okay, so with the fireball, you actually can just like shoot at them. So one thing I forgot to mention, I was hitting these with the fireball, but normally if you do not have the fireball, you have to charge them. Those are the new charging base, like the charging ones. But because I have Fireball, it's so powerful, I can just charge it, or just flame it, I mean.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Yeah. Thanks for telling me that now. Look how cute he is. I can't take it. Alright, we'll play this normal. Oops. Oh my god. There we go. Can you open that for me? Something there. We almost have enough now, so that way we can learn to swim.
Left or right, use the right stick.
Yeah, I use that all the time. This is part of the puzzle that we can't start because it's underwater. Boop. Thanks, buddy.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
So pretty. Which way do I want to go first? I think I'll go this way first. There's two different directions I can go. Alright, before we go gliding crazy, let's go down here and take care of this. We unlock that little special speed thing again. So basically, that's like the new speed, like this, the speed arrows on the ground. I can't, supercharge. This is a supercharge. We're gonna go over here and she's gonna tell us what she needs.
It's fabulous to see you, Spyro. Now that the supercharged power-up is active, you can charge through the pedestals and send the dancing hula girls over here to help me.
Okay, so we have to use this to hit every single hula girl, and if we miss, he's gonna knock them back off again. Ugh, I missed some. Yeah, see, he just knocks them all back then. Alright, it's tricky. Missed again. I think technically I can use my fireball, but I want to do this the regular way. I missed again. Ugh. I always struggle with this one because it's such a sharp turn. There we go.
Look at that. The hula girl's rain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
is so cute. I know you can, yeah, you can light their little skirt on fire, which is so sad, but it's funny at the same time. So cute. Alright, now that we did that, yeah, I think, yeah, so you actually could blast them with the fireball, but I wanted to do it the right way. I mean, fireball really does make the game kind of OP, honestly. Alright. Okay, I thought I had somewhere to glide. Alright, so this rocket is gonna go and blow up the little box over there. Technically, I could have actually used my fireball, but we did it the old-fashioned way and actually unlocked the rocket, so that way you can find it. And it's over here. Alright, the only thing we gotta do is go back to the beginning, or the end. We're at the beginning. Go to the end and get those last couple gems that we can get before we learn how to swim. And since this didn't take me super long, I might learn how to swim and quickly come back here, so that way we can finish this, and maybe I'll finish the home world. Is that everything I can get then? Yeah, I think it is. You just ride the waterfall. Alright, so go back here again. Wait, am I going the wrong? No, this is the right way. I think so. Sir, why are you doing that? Alright, let's take this portal, get out of here, and then we're gonna come right back. And we'll finish that up. After that, after we learn to swim.
Oh.
They're friends. After we learn to swim, I'm gonna come back and do that, and then I want to see how long we've been recording, because I don't want to make this video super duper long for you guys. And if we still have a decent amount of time, I'll finish the home world. If not, we'll do that next time. But I don't make my videos more than an hour, and even getting them close to an hour, they don't get watched as much. Like half hour, you know, not everybody has time to just sit and watch that, and I totally understand that. Alright, here we go.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
Alright, here's your money.
Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge.
Seems simple enough. Alright, so now that we know how to swim, because even though I know how to do it, you can't unlock it until you actually pay him, which is so, so frustrating. But now that we know how to do it, we're gonna finish this up. we've already seen that. What was that sound? Okay, so here we go. So, normally you cannot breathe fire underwater at all. It turns into bubbles. I have Fireball, so I can actually shoot these little underwater grenades. But normally everything you have to do is charge. But I have a little bit of an advantage because I have Fireball. But like I said, I'm not gonna use it. And sometimes there's actually gonna be power-ups that let you do that automatically anyway. But yeah, I actually have like little grenades, which is pretty cool. And there's fish underwater, which is so cute. Like, there's a lot of detail, which I really like. I think once I clear out under here, there should be all the gems underwater, unless I missed something, so. Is that everything? I kind of hate swimming. And that's in any game, like not just this game. I just hate underwater levels. It's always tricky to maneuver underwater. Here we go. I guess I am still missing some. Here we
I've
go.
been locked in here with all our tools, and the giant idle heads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us. The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, you go like this, and then you go like this, and then you go like this, and then this. No, wait, no, that's wrong. Okay, let me reset it. It's been a while since I did this. Yeah, reset. Alright, so we go here. And then I think we go, actually, I think we go every other. Yep, it was every other.
Spyro, you did it! I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
Okay. Yeah, so it's every other. Wonder where I missed some gems. Doesn't seem like it's under here, but I'll figure it out then. Oh.
This idol says he's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
Okay. So he can't have red fish. So no red or he'll throw up. Hello? There we go.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle to go. I'll meet you over by the colored stones for your final challenge.
I know what he's talking about, so we have to go all the way to the end. Oops, I thought it was a bad guy running after me. Sorry.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
Alright. It's been a long time, but if I remember correctly, I think you go star, star. And then this is a star. No, okay.
Let's.
Alright, so star to star. And then you go star to green. No, okay.
Let's stop.
Nope. Alright, star, star. And then... Oh, okay, so it's shaped like a circle, so then you go to circle. And then you go... That'd be diamond. So then you go here, because of the orange. And then you would go to the moon, and then to the triangle, There we go.
Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon. All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
I don't know what he means for a dragon. Alright, so now we have all the orbs. We just gotta figure out where we missed some treasure. Oh, here's some. Was that it? Oh, there's a whole bunch around this track I missed. I'm dumb. Alright, now we're done. So, let's exit the level. Alright, and since I just checked the time and we've been recording for almost 50 minutes, I'm gonna leave the episode here. So what we basically did was we got a majority of Glimmer done, we got all of this one done, and then what we're gonna have to do is finish up the home world. But there's a lot to do in the home world yet, so I'm not gonna dip into that, because I definitely don't think I'll get that done within 10 minutes. So I'm gonna cut the video here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the likes, comments, subscriptions, support. Hope you guys enjoyed this new series that we're doing. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is. I hope it's freaking fantastic. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.